Welcome, Trip Dingers. How is it going, everybody? Or Dingalingers, since Trey wants to do the Dingalingers. How's everybody going? We had an interesting weekend this weekend. Now, saying that, I watched the matches and everything. The Cody Rhodes and RKO, that was entertaining. The CM Punk and uh, John Cena, that was crap.
No, I don't want to say it was crap. It was a well drawn out match.
It
It was
was drawn out. It was up until because it looked like the entire thing was just played out until they got to the very end where all the excitement happened. And I don't consider that part of the match.
but that's the whole point of it. That's the essence of it. That's the drawing you in. Like what's gonna happen? Who's gonna happen? You know?
Well, it didn't draw me in. That was the problem. Because I was watching it and I was like, this is kind of boring. Because they did the way that they were doing their moves, it was kind of like slow and sluggish, like two old men fighting, and they're just going around each other and just moving their arms like they're ready to fight, but they're not really going to fight.
I mean, you don't please don't ever compare it to Hogan versus Piper in WCW. It wasn't that bad and that slow.
I didn't compare it to that. I'm just saying. I mean, that was horrendous. That
I
was.
know. I'm just saying, man. Like, because like when you say that, every time someone says, "Oh, that match was slow," it was sluggish. It was the two old guys. I always go back to that match. I always go back to Hogan and Piper.
Hell, the Art Truth and John Cena fight was 100 times better than that one.
R-Truth, they just need to give him the push, not the title. Don't I wouldn't give him the title, but I'd give him a good steady push since this is like his last hurrah. Um,
Yeah,
but I mean, Night of Champions overall was a solid card.
it was a solid card. I love the street fight.
The street fight was that was it was good. It was good. It was a really good match. I just didn't like how at times it was like who's on the ground? Is that Rhea or is that because
Well, you
the
couldn't
match?
tell only because of the outfits, and I did the same thing with you.
Yeah, I know. It was just like one of them could have been like, well, no, they both would have to wear black, and I get that, but it was just one of those things where it's like, okay, this match has got it. We got to do something here with the. I get it. They're in Saudi. They got to cover up, but I don't know. It was just the matching. I guess matching gear for me. That kind of threw me off on that match. Solo winning.
That was actually entertaining. The
That
solo
wasn't on my
squad.
bingo card until like I saw uh, Tonga come out, and then uh, when they introduced or they finally got Tonga's younger brother finally on camera because he's been doing dark matches.
Oh,
So yeah.
what?
Uh
Yeah,
oh.
talk like we always go.
Uh oh. Dave. Uh oh.
You
If
just
we
text me.
if
Text
if
me.
if Dave's screen goes
I can
black,
see it.
he's done. He's dead. He's
Can you
gone.
can you text me right now? Because I got to talk to this guy. It's gonna be an hour. No, Dad.
Go do what you got to do, man. I got it.
Keep going, okay?
I got it. Don't worry.
I got you on mute.
You're good.
No, what's up?
Dave. It's the cracking whip. Overall, it was a great match. It was a great card.
Okay.
You know,
8 o'clock. Well, like
you
we
really couldn't,
usually do.
be mad about
Uh,
it. I fully believe that
well, that was a whole
Oscar
plan
should
from
have won,
last
but I
week.
see why they're giving Jade the push.
Greg,
Both
yeah.
of them got injured during their downtime, or they during a push. So Jade going over, other than botching that pin, the pin was, I get it. She was excited to get that pin.
That one actually
Pulled
is
Oscar
interesting.
all the way back to where Oscar's shoulders up, and they still count to three, which is a botch right there. With the Cody and the Randy match, you could
Nice.
see hints of that heel
that's
Orton
the,
coming back, and you
five
saw a very small hint
Yeah.
of Cody heel.
Ruger
So
makes sense.
you know we have to see what's going to happen there. But Night of Champions overall solid card. You know Seth Rollins coming out the end. Penta
Oh no,
coming
we're
out,
we're
Sami
talking
coming out.
wrestling.
You know, just all out warfare. Looked like Cena came to his senses. Of course, he did it. Punk was ready for it. Same time too, just with Rollins coming out and just disturbing everything, disturbing the whole match. You know, it was a great ending.
Oh yeah, no, I watch it on YouTube all the time. Yeah. Okay, Dad. Love you.
So then you have the fallout from Night of Champions on Raw. You know, they start out,
Yeah.
and it was a
Can you
they
give
did
me
it
a hug?
earlier than they normally do, and that's because they were taping SmackDown. Reason being, is
No.
'cause they
I'll
wanted
just
to give the
tell
wrestlers, you know,
everybody
4th of
that
July
you're
off. Hey man,
my love
take the
slave,
day off.
that you're my
So they did that.
oh, you got the money, right?
You know,
What money?
EO
The money from
EO comes out.
Kevin Booth.
Rhea comes out. They give each other the rub, you know, like, hey, I respect you. You're great. Hey, you're the best person out there. So that's confirmed for Evolution.
All right, Dad. Love you.
Thing about it though is that I really hope that they don't drop. I really hope EO doesn't drop the belt to Rhea, because this is actually like her first defense since WrestleMania.
What were we talking about now?
Well, we're talking about EO and Ripley. We're talking about Monday Night Raw.
Oh yeah. That was actually an interesting conversation between
We knew that was going to happen at the same time too. This will be EO's first defense since WrestleMania. I hope she doesn't drop the strap. I want it. It's going to be a great. That's probably going to be match of the night.
Yeah, this is the second fight, though, right? Well, this is her second.
This is her first defense.
Well, she had the three in Oh no, you're right. WrestleMania, she did the 3 women.
There
fight.
was a 3-way, and then after that, she's been like in tag matches and this and that. And,
yeah, she hasn't really defended her belt.
Rumbling. We're probably gonna get MC. Probably see Tiff versus Stratus.
You know, I haven't seen her in for fucking ever.
So probably it'll end up being Tiffany versus Trish. But so we got that at the beginning of Raw, which that's pretty good. Pretty good way to start pretty good way to actually start the whole card.
Yeah.
What
about and like I told Trey that El Grande Americano was not Chad Gable.
I told you, man. I told you Grande Americano is a different person. I told you that. Oh, don't want to believe me.
Yeah. No. I believed you.
Oh, you believed me, of course.
Yeah.
Then we had a segment with the Judgment Day in the back, but then we had Judgment Day, Balor and McDonough versus the New Day, and thank you for dropping the straps, because that heel turn was just it was just a flop everywhere it went. It wasn't a good heel turn. You know, the guys really tried, but they just couldn't get it over. So as of right now, every
New Day couldn't do the bad boy stuff.
Yeah. No, it was just New Day tried. Everybody tried to get it over. It was just wasn't working. So now every member of Judgment Day has a strap, which is great. And what's crazy is that, like, during that match, it kind of felt like the crowd was trying to push Judgment Day into being faces, which was great. I wholeheartedly enjoyed that. The crowd was just into it, and they were just, trying to make that push. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, you can see the dissension within, like, Raquel and Roxanne, how she really doesn't want to do it with Roxanne, but they're going to do it at Evolution. It's them versus 3 other teams. One team that's been confirmed already is Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, and now we have
that was I saw that one coming.
So, and there's going to be a team from NXT and a team from SmackDown, I believe. Yeah, SmackDown. I forget which.
No. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss is SmackDown. So that's
okay. So then it'll be females from Raw then. So we have that going on. Of course, we have an interview with Bailey. Her and Lyra get into it. All right, cool. Whoever
No,
wins,
they were supposed to they wrestled that night.
no, they
won
wrestled.
with Joe.
Whoever won was gonna get a shot at the Intercontinental, the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and I called it right before that match. I called it. I'm like, you know what, dude? It's gonna end up being like something wonky, where it's gonna be a 3-way.
They have to. Okay, they're trying to. I don't know if it's trying too hard. Well, no, I don't want to say trying too hard. I think it's more or less they're trying to give everything up for the evolution,
Yeah,
and I'm all for it. I actually can't wait to watch it. Like I've been hearing here lately when we first started doing this podcast, I'm more interested in the female wrestlings, not because they're women, and I'm a dude that likes to look at women. But it's more entertaining on their half, and they do a lot more than the dudes do nowadays.
yeah. No, it is. It really is entertaining because for the longest time the females had to fight for any and all TV time. So now they're getting all the TV time. They're really going at it. We came back from commercial. They put like some Goldberg promo on, and then some footage from earlier in that day. Adam Pearce talking to Chad Gable, telling him, "Hey, sorry about this luck, but looks like we're probably not going to see Grande Americano anymore, are we?" So
No, we are. He was.
Well, hold on. I'm getting there. So Chad, he tells.
Don't ruin my feelings, okay?
I'm not.
I was about to cry again. I was like,
there.
no, I saw him.
I'm getting there. So Chad just, he tells them, just listen to Ivy. We get to go. And then we have I'm sorry, but then a Grande Americano shows up. And we knew that we knew it was a Chad Gable. So then we had some more backstage segments with the New Day, with the women's championship, and then we had a fight. We had a meat slapping meat match. We had Rusev and Sheamus. And I know you asked me earlier, like, well, why are they always going to? They're just now that Rusev's back, they're rehashing that old storyline, and it worked great. This was back and forth. They just beat
they beat the holy crap out of each other. It was, and I was all for it and entertaining. But the only thing is sometimes you gotta cut that freaking storyline. You have to cut the storyline, dude. Honestly, because it goes back to
it goes back to FCW. It goes back to when they're a League of Nations. It goes back to just the history they have.
I totally get that. I understand that. Totally all right with that. The only problem I have with it is you want to savor it. I mean, every Raw here lately, they've been on it and they've been fighting.
Oh yeah. So they're going at it. They're going at it. There's a thumb to the eye. Rusev pulls the turnbuckle cover off, and then he basically throws. He throws Sheamus into that turnbuckle chest first, gets the pin 1, 2, 3. So this, even though he won, a dirty way. So I'm pretty sure they're going to keep this storyline going, at least for a little bit. They have to. They have to.
That's another thing that's been happening quite a bit in the last couple of months is they're removing the turnbuckle. It didn't happen all too much back in the day. You ever notice that?
The what?
They're removing the turnbuckle cushion. They really didn't do it all too much back in the day, and now they're like, it's almost. It happened in the Night of Champions. It happened like 2 weeks ago. They removed it.
It's a cheap, easy way to hurt someone. Also, if the ref picks it up and sees it while the ref's fixing the turnbuckle, you can do a low blow, something cheap shot, something like that.
I gathered that. It's
a pretty good heel move. So I do like it.
I get it, but they usually savor that for like maybe like once in a blue moon it happens.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like the super kick used to be a finisher. Now you see it all the time. It's just one of those things that now they're going to start using it more and more.
We talked about those.
Yeah, we did.
Those
We talked about
finishes.
this on another podcast.
The
Or
the finishers. I mean, the finishers aren't even finishers anymore.
back in the day, it was blasphemy to kick out of like the DDT. You kicked out of the DDT, it was your ass, boy. Woo! It was your ass. Now people hit each other with a DDT out of desperation, or as a double down. So it's one of those things. It evolves, I guess. I hate wrestling. I don't hate wrestling, but it just evolves. Um, we had Gunther come out. He just cut out. He just tore. He done. He cut Goldberg down like ain't no one been cut down before. Basically, he's not worried about him. He's gonna take him out. He's not even worried about him. He's just like, who's next? Who's next for the ring general? That's all he matters about. That'll be for Saturday night's main event. Um, and then after that, Rollins comes out with Paul Heyman. They're congratulating Gunther. He's here to make sure CM Punk doesn't hold the world title, and that he's coming. That's coming for the world heavyweight. So he may be coming for the undisputed also. CM Punk comes out. Him and Seth get into it. Next thing you know, fucking Punk shoves the shit out of Gunther. Gunther fucking hits the ground like, oh, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Then we have, like I said, we have Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria. Of course, that went to a draw, which I knew something wonky was going to happen. So it's going to end up being a three-way.
Yeah. Who's going to be the next person?
What's up?
Who's going to be the next person that they're going to, if they're going to do the three-way? It's just going to be the.
Fuck, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Wait a minute, they're going in for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Bayley,
Becky.
Or Becky.
So it'll end up being Becky, Bayley, and Lyra. Unless someone else throws.
That's actually an interesting story.
Unless someone else throws their hat into it and it becomes a four-way. Like get Lita in there or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Another backstage segment. Basically, it's set up for LA Knight versus Seth Rollins for Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, that was.
Apparently, him and Knight and Rollins got into it, so Rollins left the building and he went on a flight to go home. And then you had the Braun and Braun connection, Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed versus Penta and Sammy. And this match was just everywhere.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting match.
It was everywhere. It was everywhere. But of course, Braun and Braun win. They hit the spear on Sammy, and that was it.
I wonder what's going to be up with Sammy and Penta, or is this the only time they're going to?
Sammy should, within this year, next year, he should have a world championship. Yes, he was the NXT champion, but it wasn't a world championship.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I can't wait, because what I'm seeing in like the future, since we got those 2 days on SummerSlam, is Sami Zayn, Penta, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes for the one night against Seth Rollins and his team. He's got 4 people on his team, right?
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna see what happens because of what happened on SmackDown. Because spoiler alert, people. Spoiler alert. SmackDown was taped. That's why, like I said, we had the early Raw. And like I said, that was to give the wrestlers off. Man, they just traveled to Saudi and back and just kept getting their bodies up. So give them that day or a couple of days off.
I got something interesting. I got something interesting on that. This is the changeover. This is pretty interesting. I found this. This is the change. It takes 30 seconds to change it over. Digital technology.
And there she is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so easy now to do that with technology. It's just, it's
I mean, even the ring guards are digital, so you can change them up pretty fast.
Yeah, and that's because the guys ring crew. It's a bitch to try to tear down and set up a ring that fucking quick.
Yeah,
It really
we
is.
talked about it. We talked about it last week because of all the real world happenings
Yeah,
in Qatar. They were stuck there. The ring crew was stuck in Qatar for like
yeah,
a
because of
couple of
everything that was
days.
going on with Iran and everything, and it was one of those things like, oh, but then they finally were able to make it. They were good to go. No one was injured, thank goodness.
Hmm.
With SmackDown, um, that kicked off. It was Cody kicked the show. Randy Orton came out. Hey, I wanted to hit you with the punk kick, but I was just hesitant. And then Cody just promised that he will take out John Cena at SummerSlam. And then we had the return of Drew McIntyre interrupts them. That sets up for Drew versus Randy at Saturday Night's Main Event.
No.
Go backstage. Charlotte Flair. Aldis convinces Flair to team up with Bliss against Secret Hervis to get that spot in that 4-way match.
Hmm.
He also sets up a tag match with Jacob Fatu and Uso against two members of Solo's team. Let's see here, Flair
Does
and
he
Bliss.
have any solo?
What's up?
Fatu doesn't have like an extra person. Who's gonna get?
He's got Fatu's got Uso right now,
Okay.
and he can call Zilla. So that's another member of the family that's like in developmental right now. So
Mm,
let's see here, Flair and Bliss they defeat Secret Hervis. That's why they earn that spot for that four-way tag match.
yeah.
Let's see here. The Wyatt Six, they end up defeating Gargano, Berto, Montez Ford, and
Mhm.
Chris Sabin. Let's see here. Tiffany comes out. She talks about her match with Jade Cargill. She said that she wants to defend the title at Evolution 2. Cargill comes out, interrupts her. Uh, and then she said, and then Stratus said, I want to face Trish. Trish comes out, set up a couple of words. Her and Stratton have a couple of words, so that sets up that match. Let's see here. Andrade and Ray Phoenix, they defeat Fraxium. And that's really about it. And Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso beat Solo and JC Mateo.
You're forgetting one thing that happened that night.
What?
That you didn't see what happened that night. The extra stuff.
When I missed my notes.
Oh, you apparently missed everything. Luckily, I got you, bro.
Oh, thank you.
I found it through the interwebs.
Oh, yeah. Cody's 40th birthday. And then fucking Jimmy.
I don't think he actually meant to do that.
No, he didn't. He didn't actually mean to do that. It was just one of those things where, well, let's just have fun with this. And then bam, like, oh man, what'd you do, bro? What'd you do that for, bro? Broham, broski, brochacho? But it was just something, like I said, it was just something funny to do.
I did do it. No yeet. Hey, if you want to give it to me, dog, I deserve it right now.
Fucking Cody.
Yeah, so that happened. That was actually pretty entertaining. I love the dark. I like the after show stuff. It's so
The before and
entertaining.
after stuff is pretty fun, man. Especially like if you're backstage, everyone's just like, what? Like everyone it just depends on the show. It depends, especially road shows. Like just like the house shows, you can have so much fun on those shows and have to
Yeah.
worry about really about repercussions.
Here's another thing that I'm kind of weirded about right now is what's happening with Trinity. Not Trinity, but Naomi.
Who?
Naomi. She
She's
got
biding her
the
time, dude. She is biding her time. I'm calling.
well, not even buying her time. Have you even seen her?
Yeah, she's come out here and there. She's been coming out here and there. I'm pretty sure she's gonna cash in at Evolution.
Yeah, I think that's because I'm looking at her right now.
If not
the,
Evolution, then for sure SummerSlam. But
I'm looking at her ex, and yeah, it looks like she's gonna be on there. She's always doing the caution sign, the emoji on all of her stuff.
yeah, no,
I
like
get
she's
that.
biding her time. Like she's not gonna wait. She's not gonna wait much longer. She is. It would make no sense.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. I'm just jumping under that. There we go. All right, cool. So, but yeah, that's basically what's going on right now. And then world of wrestling, people are saying that Paige is gonna come back. She's like, or for at least Evolution, she's like, nah, no, dog, I'm good. I'm gonna take some time off from wrestling. Wrestling's been the majority of my life, and I'm gonna take some time off and step away and see what happens. Although she could just be saying that and then actually fucking show up.
Yeah. I mean, a paycheck's still a paycheck.
Well, yeah, paycheck's still a paycheck, but I mean, you got to give your body rest too. I mean,
Well, she's not going to do anything other than show up. In my opinion, that's all she's going to do. She's going to do it. She's going to do it like an introduction. She's going to talk a little bit, and then she's going to bail out, and then she's going to cash that check.
I'm just hoping if she does come back, it's actually a nice run. It's a good run because the way she left last time,
I
it's
don't
kinda shitty.
honestly, I don't think so because because I've been like watching some of her podcast stuff, and she's loving it.
Oh yeah, no, I get that, but in the event she were to do like the one-off, you know, Gail Kim might end up because Gail Kim's been seen backstage a lot recently.
Mm.
She might come back for Evolution. There's gonna be a bunch of names that we haven't seen in a while. Names that are gonna really surprise us to be there.
Oh yeah, and the security with all the stalkers. They actually caught Liv Morgan's stalker.
Shit, John Cena just got one too.
Yeah,
That he left a signing and that these 3 cars followed them and that he felt like he was getting followed. Said follow him, boom, boom. He started turning just different ways. They followed him. He finally gets out the car like, hey man, like, what's going on, dude? This and that. And he was like, you know what you're doing wrong, right? Like I'm trying to get home. I'm trying to do this, whatever. I'll sign whatever you need. You want me to sign? I'll sign a couple of things. But like, if you follow me after I sign, like, we're gonna have an issue. Like, I'm gonna have to get law enforcement involved, or I'm gonna have to do something I don't want to do. And they're like, oh no, this and that. He signed whatever, and then they left.
I
like,
just
it's like, dude, like, you weren't there in time to get the signing. Fucking tough shit. Don't fucking follow the person.
yeah.
I mean, they have signings like, hey, the signings are from this hour to this hour. We're not going to go over. If you're not there in time, if you don't show up early, I'm sorry. But all these people think they can just follow people and just do this and that. And it's like, no, that's some people get shot.
Well, at least it's not like in the back of the day. Wrestlers, they would have got shot. I mean, hell, Roddy Piper was back in all the fucking time.
I just don't get it, man. Like, you didn't make it. Oh well.
Yeah. So how are your feelings with Roxy getting the? I mean,
I love what they're doing.
I think
I like I said, that's basically like
it's
basically my niece, my little sister. Like, I'm so proud. I'm glad they're pushing her in the way she is. Which is crazy because like the way you see her on screen, it's almost like a 180 from who she really is. She's actually like really shy, really quiet.
But that's how a lot of those wrestlers are.
And she just likes to chill out, relax. She'll bullshit with you, have a good time. But she, yeah, dude, like I wholeheartedly love what they're doing with her.
Mm.
I can't argue. I'm not going to be Rikishi and go to Twitter or X and this is you know. One, I don't got the star power for that, but two, like
I don't know. You never know.
She has a contract. I don't, and I'm happy and I'm proud for her.
Well, because a lot of people are probably going to say, and it's probably on the interweb right now of how it's like, oh, this is cheap. How she's just given stuff and everything. I don't think that's true, because the way that you describe it, it's like she's been doing this since she was 14.
It's almost like the tag titles on both brands have fallen under the Freebird rule.
That's an interesting thought.
Which I'm cool with.
Yeah, because no one really paid attention to the tag team champions on the women's or the men's side.
What the Freebird rule is. So there was a tag team back in the day, the Fabulous Freebirds, which was Natural Buddy Rogers. You had Bam Bam Terry Gordy, and you had Michael P.S. Hayes, who always dresses like a fucking pimp going to church everywhere he goes. Yeah, it's just like goddamn, all right, kid. So we're doing like, Michael, why do you? I'll wear what I want. I'll make money. All right, whatever, bro. But the rule was that if they were defending like their tag straps, any two of the three combination could defend that belts. You had three females in there. Two females. Roxanne was a tag along. Liv got hurt. Roxanne became a member. Okay, hey, Freebird rule. Boom. We'll go ahead and do it this way. Y'all are officially the tag champs now, and now go defend them.
Okay, that makes sense. Then.
There's so many tag rules out there. Tag team rules. The Freebird rule. We have the New Age Outlaw, the Outlaw rule, where if, like, let's say there's 4 tag teams wrestling and the 2 partners get tagged in and they pin each other 1, 2, 3, well, they win, but they lose, but they win. You know, so they don't do that anymore because that was just like something on the fly that they did. So they call it the Outlaw rule. Fuck, there's so many. Fuck, I gotta rattle my head like fuck.
We'll write them down for next episode's rules of the ring. We'll just do it that way. That'd be good. Just jot them down, and if you're not going to be able to make it, you can send it to us.
Next month, I should like I said, unless something happens, man, I'll be here.
Yeah,
it was one of those things where I was all like, I couldn't shake it, dude. Like I could not shake it.
It happens, dude. I mean, both ones have been having havoc here lately. Chris couldn't make it last night. I'm the only staple on both the Ding Ding podcast and the other.
That's why we wholeheartedly appreciate everything you do, and we are forever your indentured servants.
I wouldn't go to put it that far. Oh, did you check out the new trailers that just dropped this week?
Man, I don't even want to talk about it, dude.
Dude, I'm really interested in the Running Man.
No, I'm not.
Dude, it looks interesting. What the fuck? Are you just upset that Jesse Ventura is not going to be in it?
No, that's not even it, dude. Like, you and me are around the same age. Legitimately around the same age.
Yeah.
And I remember watching The Running Man in theaters.
Yeah.
Okay. No, dude, like...
I know.
I guess I'm just an old cynical bastard. I have to give it... I guess I'll give it a try. But...
It looks entertaining. Of course...
No,
a lot of
the movie I fucking want to see. What's the name of that fucking movie?
Naked Gun?
It's where Keanu Reeves is a guardian angel.
Oh, man, you got me. I've seen the thing. Hold on.
and they're like, "Did I get the budget? Did I get the budget
Keanu
version?"
Reeves.
Yeah, it's a movie coming out in October, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that. It looks funny.
The
He's
Superman,
doing.
the Superman movie, I couldn't care for.
You better shut your mouth. Can't wait for that. Oh, damn! I forgot about that one. He's coming out with Berserker, Constantine 2.
Yeah, now Constantine 2, I want to. That movie's been long overdue.
Good Fortune. That's the one that you're talking about. Where he's an angel.
Constantine 2, that one I definitely want to see.
Yeah.
Like, that movie should have been out years ago.
Yeah.
But now we're getting it, so I'm down to watch it. Man, I saw Ballerina. I don't know, man.
I didn't know you could have like a grenade as a sidearm.
Because
she was
Like
was using
the first
that one scene with the grenades.
that first 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, I was like, okay, all right. And then I was all like, oh.
Yeah.
It was like my I was like,
They tried too hard with her.
they really did on that one. They tried so hard.
I watched The Accountant too. That's a pretty good one.
The what?
The Accountant too.
Dude, I heard it's really good. I haven't seen it.
It's on Amazon, man.
Yes. Okay.
I think it's on. I think it's on. I know it's on Amazon. I don't know if it's like.
I think it's
you
an
can watch
Amazon
it now.
movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think it's so. Well, it's MGM, so I think you're right.
I saw Final Destination.
How was that? Because a friend of mine went to go
Dude,
see that with
it
his
brought
kid.
everything full circle. Like, you sons of bitches. Damn, y'all got me. Damn. It's really good though. Like, I'm not even going into any detail. You got to watch it, man. It's really good.
I'll check it out. They
And
had
then-
3 of those.
I was drunk the other night, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
man, I haven't seen it in a while. So I scoured the internet, and I found Traces of Death, and I'm all like, oh, hell yeah.
Traces of Death.
Yeah, remember Faces of Death?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is actually 100% real and like gory, and it's great.
Oh yeah. Accountant 2 is actually it's on Prime, so
It's on Prime.
it's
Okay,
free.
then I'll check it out here
Yeah.
in a little bit then, because I really want to see it, man. But like, I'm just like, I haven't had the time.
It's actually really good. I'm not gonna spoil it for you or anything like that,
Alright,
but
cool.
it's very, very to where it's action and it has a lot of detective stuff in it. It was
Alright.
like the first
I'm
one, but a
gonna
little
have
bit
to
more
watch
in
it.
depth.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Another thing that dropped was the Dark Wolf Terminal
What?
List. You know Terminal List, right?
The what?
Terminal List.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're doing a prequel about Ben, and
Okay.
he's same actor. It's called Dark Wolf. That looks pretty good.
Okay, I'll definitely check that out then. Yeah, man. Like,
Yeah, it comes out in August though.
oh, okay. Fucking yeah, man. Fucking like I said, Superman. I'm not too worried about. Fantastic Four.
I'm kind of like offshoot. I'm
Kind of burnt
Fantastic
out on
Four.
superhero movies.
I want to watch the Superman movie. I'm a Superman fan, but Fantastic Four, I thought it was so cheap that they used they're like, oh, the Silver Surfer's a female. Dear God in heaven, look at this stuff. Before you do that, they could have used Nova. They didn't have to use Silver Surfer.
They could have done
Even
something.
though even though it's supposed to be like a multiverse type stuff and everything, they're just cheaping it out. They're like, now,
At this point, it is what it is.
yeah, this is going to be like the last movie where they do this gender swap bullshit, because they already talked about it. And it's like, we got to start actually our job. Stop this gibber stuff. It's not
Yeah,
making us any money.
and
It's like the
see,
Marvels broke them.
yeah, that's why like, and it's like I look at movies, I'm all like, nope, 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 nope.
Yeah,
Dude, saw Squid Games, fucking tits.
really.
Oh, dude, it was great. Like it actually brought closure like to all the different like
Oh,
stories that were going on, dude.
dude, there was a little bit of like fun fact type stuff that I found out about that. You know, the place that they filmed it at, it looked like an amusement park.
Yeah,
There's a reason why it looks like an amusement park. Back in the 60s, from what back in the 60s, they used that to house all the homeless people, even the kids, and they made it look like an amusement park. So they could say it was
yeah,
a music park, and but they they used them as indentured workers. It was all kinds of stuff, dude. It was just, and then they're like, "Oh, we're using it in a movie." And basically, they took away their name and just put like numbers on them. That's the reason why in the Squid Games they just
dude.
have
So
numbers.
fucking yeah, dude. Fucking, it was. I stayed up all night watching this shit. Knowing goddamn well I had to go to work. Powered through work. Came home, watched the last fucking episode, and
Yeah, that's
but
what happened.
yeah, dude, I was good with that. Yeah, man. There's like so many things. So much stuff to watch now. I'm like, man, I don't know what I want to watch.
Hell, I just watched like the last three episodes of Vox Machina.
Of what?
Vox Machina.
Oh,
Vox
okay, okay, okay.
Machina.
I was like, what? What happened?
D&D, crit roll stuff. It's actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I'm supposed to watch Practical Magic as soon as I'm done.
Good luck with that one.
Well, my
Didn't they? When did they're making like a sequel to that?
yeah, they are. Well, here's the thing, dude. The kid came over. She's all like, I had a, I got something to ask you, Dad. I'm like, what's up? It's like, because I don't come over often. I go, yeah, I know. It's like, I'm sorry, I'll come over often. I'm like, all right. It's like, can we watch Practical Magic? And she gave me that look that only a daughter can give to her father. And I'm all like, all right, you rat bastard, we'll watch Practical Magic. I haven't told you just like that. I'm like, all right, you rat bastard, we'll watch it.
Oh man. Well, anyways, that's the end of the episode. I'm trying to think of any other news because I just watched the Power Slaps, which that was freaking entertaining. Dude. There's a dude. He basically went to the freaking barber and said, "I'll take one of each," because
Oh,
he had
it's a
like a
black dude,
flat
right?
top. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
black dude.
dude,
He had
that
like a
dude's
flat top.
beast.
Yeah, he had like a flat top
With a
a
mullet,
and
like the Fu
I don't know,
Manchu.
Full Manchu, yeah, and a kind of like a
But that
rustic
dude, you
beard.
see him when he pops his hips, wham!
Yeah,
Like done. They're done skis.
yeah. I watched the one of the dudes that he popped out. He literally slammed into the table and went back.
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
dude. Boom.
oh
boom, boom.
shit.
Yeah, I just saw a clip of him earlier.
Yeah.
I was all like, damn.
I also watched the UFC BJJ. I sent it like I think it came on like Saturday. It
Yeah.
was entertaining. The only thing I had on that though was there was two women fighting, and what got me was one of the chicks was going for a grab and smacked the chick in the head. The other woman did the same thing, but the ref called her on it. I was like, that's bullshit.
That's whack.
Yeah.
Whack.
But Go ahead and sign us off, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, as usual, thank you for spending time with us on this Tuesday evening. As for myself, I am the badass fat-ass Chino Reyes with my beautiful man, his beautiful host right here, Madcap Dave. We are Ding Ding Ding, and we are signing off.